Well, good afternoon. It's a little afternoon here. I am in central Alaska at a gold mine. They were digging for gold and now we're taking all their camp gear back. I better lock my axles in because our other driver who left before me almost got stuck. These are those gold mine guys that are on that reality show, and I say it like that because I never watched the reality show. Of course, I never watched Ice Road Truckers either, and here I do ice road trucking, so yeah. Hold on a second. So I don't remember what the name of the show is. Somebody told me, but anyway. Got my axles locked in. Oh! Some of the places we go to, man. If you watch my video, it's titled the Denali Highway, you will see that we did this for the same company, only there I think we unloaded. Yeah, we unloaded there. No, we loaded. I don't remember. Anyway, it's for the same company. They do camp setups for gold mining operations or any kind of mining, really. Silver, any kind of iron ore mining, anything like that. I've got to make a wide turn here or I won't make it. I'll end up in that ditch. I can see where Dean drug his trailer off in that ditch, and that's a deep ditch. Damn it, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I almost didn't. That's why I went fast. Jeez. And I got over to my left as far as I could go. And the axles on this trailer don't slide, so go up on top of the berm here. You can see the tire tracks on the left. Keep my foot in it. About the worst part of it. We're going to drag the back of the trailer through some trees further up, but as far as, you know, running the trailer off the road, off a cliff or in a ditch, I think that's the worst of it if I remember. This ain't for steering wheel holders up here. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to get yourself into some stuff that you're not going to be sure if you're going to get yourself out of. I just don't want to damage the truck or the trailer. 3 miles back here, back to the main road. Tire back there looks a little low on the trailer. I hope it's not flat. I hope I didn't run over something. I wouldn't doubt it if it was. All the crap I've run over. The tree limbs and rocks and everything else. We ask a lot out of these trucks. Not just running Prudhoe Bay like I do, running the haul road and running the ice roads in the winter, but doing this stuff too. Drive through here. Whoa. Hang on, bro. Hang on. You're good. Thank you. The size of that bulldozer. Do a little dodging and weaving here. All right. I'll really be surprised if I get in and out of here without damaging a tire. I mean, I got in, but now I'm loaded. I came in empty. Just hope I don't run up on somebody coming the other way. There's no place to go. I'm not commentating much. I'm concentrating. Trailer's going all up over these limbs and bushes. Let's see. It's a sharp rock. Try to miss that one. Luckily, it's not pouring down raining. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and, while I'm thinking about it, turn off my cross locks. I need them now. I just wanted to use them to get up that hill. There's another gold mine down this road here. Go this way, go up this highway towards Circle, and you got gold, and you run the Dalton up to Prudhoe and you got black gold. Circle, Central, all the way down to Fox there, just north of Fairbanks. I think this is that one sharp curve that I was thinking about. No, this is not it. It's not too bad here. Yeah, you got room here. There's one further up. The road gets really narrow just before you get out to the main road. thing about Alaska, it's never a dull moment. Just when you think you've done just about everything in the trucking industry and gone just about some of the most inhospitable places, Alaska says, hold my beer. But it keeps life interesting. That's for sure. Guys are pretty easy to deal with. We do this for. They're real nice guys. I say they're real nice guys. One guy's the only one I can talk to. The other guys are Russian, and they don't really speak English. Slow right here over these bumps. Got a lot of rain up this way, which is good because they had fires in the spring and had fires last year. So it's good they got a lot of rain. Not good for the road, but you know, they needed it. More holes. Reminds me of some of the lease roads in the oil field I used to drive. I guess that's why this stuff doesn't really bother me, because I've done it before. Just different location. Maybe not all with all these trees around me, but still. Same type of terrain, same type of roads anyway. All right, I gotta drag it through the brush. There we go. Almost to the bottom, to the end, I should say. There's the highway, or the main road. It's called the Steese Highway, but it's dirt, at least up here. It's dirt. It goes to pavement further south. All the trees are changing colors, or the ones that do change colors. there's the Steese Highway. Pull over real fast and check and make sure, you know, everything's good real quick. I really abuse this poor trailer. These tires, man. It looks all right. These are the ones that went off in the ditch. Well, they look all right. Okay. No worse for wear anyway. No harm, no foul. Let's get out of here then. Get back to civilization. It's always a good day when you don't tear anything up. I got to take my reefer trailer to Anchorage to drop it and get it loaded so I can leave Wednesday to head back up to the slope. Back to Prudhoe. Back up the Hall Road, which is in a lot worse shape than this road. This road's not too bad off considering they had a lot of rain up here as well. But they don't get the traffic on this road. They don't get the trucks. Not that there's a lot of traffic on the Dalton, but you know, compared to this road there is. Got a few hunters up here right now, but got a lot of hunters on the Dalton as well. So. Think of Alaska as a place to go to see the leaves change, but they got some nice colors up here. Even the tundra gets a nice golden color to it. cell phone signal. It's about 100 miles before that. Traffic on this road. I've never run it in the wintertime. I've run it in the spring and now in the fall. I'd just like to know how much they do as far as plowing it. You don't have maintenance stations along the way like you do on the haul road. You've got one down there in Fox, and you've got one up in Central, I think in Central, which is the little village just north of where I was. And then the road ends in Circle, which is a little north of Central. So I would imagine it takes them a minute to get out here to plow. Slippery when it rains, just this dirt. You have to be careful, but it's fairly dry now. I got a little rain earlier, but not that much. Make better time on this road than you can the haul road, although it's not nearly as long, even if you go all the way up to Circle. Spot going there. slow down some for this. I think this is the one that was pretty bumpy. Sun's coming out. Maybe they can get the haul road fixed. Don't get any more rain. I hope. Dead animals on the road. It's up to 60 degrees. It's warming up nice. Some fool behind me in an SUV or a pickup or something. I don't know, man. As fast as I'm going on this road. Some people got more lead in their foot than they got brains in their head. So they can go around me if they want to go around me. So I'm going to slow down going up the hill. Now we're just going to get closer to the back of my trailer. Slinging dust and rocks all over them, but that, you know. Some people you just can't, you know, just can't figure them out. It's not like there's a bunch of oncoming traffic or anything. I'm not stopping going up the hill. There comes the idiot. He finally figured it out. About a 7-mile upgrade if I remember right. got a few comments from people who aren't drivers, and that's great. I mean, I welcome anyone to watch my videos, don't get me wrong. But I like people who have never driven a truck, know nothing about the trucking industry, watching the videos, because a lot of people don't even know what we do. I mean, I have literally had people ask me what I do. I tell them, I'm a truck driver. Yeah, but I mean, what do you do? Like, what do you have that big long thing in the back? I said, the trailer? Yeah. I said, there's freight in there. There's goods. There's whatever, food, clothes, building materials, whatever. Whatever you buy in the store is back there. And they didn't realize that we're not just going up and down the road like it's just some big, long Smokey and the Bandit movie or something. But even in Smokey and the Bandit, they were hauling beer, they were hauling something, at least on the way back. You know, but some people just don't know, because, I mean, they just don't know. So, yeah, I'm glad to see those people on here. That's why I do it. I do it for everybody. I also do it for truck drivers who never get off the pavement and they know nothing about this kind of driving. I've got videos from when I was driving in the oil field as well. You know, some of my older videos. And people just don't, you know, they don't know. Other truck drivers don't know some of the stuff, you know, in different aspects of the trucking industry. It's a long uphill grade. Come up here and drive, I suggest you make sure that you have your doubles and triples endorsement. They pull a lot of sets between Anchorage and Fairbanks. And make sure you have your hazmat. When I first came up here, I was making good money, man. I was banking, hauling explosives from British Columbia back up here here to the Fort Knox mine, which is down at the bottom of this road. Actually, I was taking it to Fairbanks, but that's where the stuff was up here at the mine. So yeah, make sure you make sure you got all your endorsements. You'll make better money. Don't have an automatic restriction on your CDL. Most trucks up here are manual transmission. Much better road than the Dalton. Much better road, but not hardly any traffic on it. That helps. Eagle Summit. Guess we made it to the top. I love how they put a guardrail right here. There's no guardrail anywhere else back there, up here. But right here, this little curve, there's a guardrail. Everything's kind of a golden color. The tundra's, looks pretty cool. It'll be snowing, or it'll be sticky. Had some snow here and there in the summer. But it hasn't been cold enough for it to really stay around. Be an interesting drive in the winter, I'm sure. dead ends right at the Yukon River up in Circle. I know because I drove it all the way to the end. I don't think they get too many trucks up there because we were the talk of the village. Well, we were dropping off some equipment right there at the river. The barge was going to come up and they were going to load it up on a barge and take it to Fort Yukon. There's no road to Fort Yukon. It's a nice gradual downhill. Same with the uphill. It's long, but it's gradual. It's not steep. It's not like Attican Pass or Beaver Slide or any of those on the haul road. Sure is some nice colors though. Come up here and get jobs pretty much just running between Anchorage and Fairbanks or maybe down to Seward or Kenai, and that's a pretty easy gig. You're going to be doing doubles. It's not difficult. The doubles up here are a lot longer than the doubles in the lower 48, so they're more stable, they pull better, they pull straighter, they're better in the, in the snow. More like B-train doubles. They call B trains or Super Bs in Canada, or road train doubles, I guess, in Australia. Don't pull triples. I'm surprised they don't. If you did 3 45-foot trailers, that's asking a lot. You'd have to have a place there right outside of town to put them together, instead of trying to come out, make a lot of lefts and rights and all that, with 3 trailers, trying to get out of wherever your terminal is, say in Anchorage or something. And then once you get to Fairbanks, on the haul road. That would be a mess, especially in the winter. Trying to get over Adigan Pass or something with 2 loaded trailers. Whew, man. And then trying to get down the other side without that back trailer trying to pass you up. No, I'm good. I had to chain up 3 times last year on the Parks Highway because I had 2 loaded flatbeds. Just right there north of Fairbanks on those hills. I could imagine trying to get up Adigan Pass or Gobbler's Knob or Beaver Slide or something on the Dalton in the winter. Yeah, that'd be no bueno. Sucks about the hazmat endorsement. You got to retake it every 4 years. You got to take the test, and you have to get re-fingerprinted. Now, why you have to get re-fingerprinted, I don't know. Your fingerprints don't change unless you're one of those guys that files his fingerprints off, like guys used to do back in the day, or burn them off with acid. Of course, if you're doing that, then you're obviously up to no good. There's some hunters. So yeah, it kind of sucks that you have to do that, but they started the fingerprint thing after 9/11. Why, I don't know. They didn't use tanker trucks, but whatever. Raindrops. Don't think it's going to last long. There's a cloud hanging over us. It's going to rain just long enough to mess up my windshield. Yep. Little bumpy thing right here, little bump right there. Straddled it. This video's gone almost an hour already. Dang. Crazy. Doesn't feel like it's been that long. I got some chicken Alfredo in the refrigerator back there. I'm going to eat that tonight. I'm only doing 1 meal a day right now. I can can't stand to eat little carbs. It's not going to kill me. Wanted to go hiking on my days off this time, but I'm working on my days off. Last week I went hiking. Man, I was sore. I'm so out of shape. I want to get hiking, go do some more hiking before start getting snow on the ground. Maybe next week. We're just getting really busy, and we don't have enough drivers. I think they've got a guy hired. We need a couple more guys hired. For a better day, I can tell you that. It's kind of drizzling rain when they were loading me, but the sun's come out, man. At least partially anyway. It's warming up. Take advantage of these warm days while we have them. It's 60 degrees. Almost to the pavement. I've got to hurry up and get back so I can get a 34-hour break in so I can leave again Wednesday. Now Monday afternoon. I got some hunting supplies in there, and they're 4x4 or side by side, 4-wheel drive, 4-wheeler. Video's over an hour. I guess I'll go ahead and end it. Time's flying, man. I appreciate you watching. According to my analytics, over 70% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribers. So if you would subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Gets me out there, and like I said, there are people out there who know nothing about the trucking industry, and I like to bring these videos to them. There are also also people in the trucking industry, like I said, who don't know anything about this kind of trucking. I'd like to bring it to them as well. Guys from overseas. So anyway, yeah. I appreciate you watching. We'll go ahead and end it now. It's been an hour. That's long enough. We'll see you next time.